to Robbery in Progress, BJ's Concord. Gray Pontiac, Celeste Silver.
They are outside the store.
Hope y'all like jail.
Yeah. Wow.
Hey, so look, I'm gonna teach y'all a thing or two, right? Whenever you come to Walmart and you got just a little bit of stuff, not a lot of stuff, this is what you do. You go in here, you walk this motherfucker, you don't worry about her, them, him, or them. All you worry about basically is just push it through. Y'all be worried about security and shit. Look, it goes 1, 2, 3. You just keep it pushing. That's the way. All you gotta do is look. He out. I don't know where the hell is he going. Why you running? All you gotta do is fill in the basket and walk out. And hopefully they hit you. That way you get paid for it. But they didn't. But that's how you go into Walmart and get a free basket. Security won't touch you. You just gotta watch out for LP. Hey, for everybody watching, go get you some free shit. That's a cheat code. All you gotta do is be able to fill up your basket and walk out with it. The rest is history.
All I'ma say is, if you like this, do not give these an opportunity to say, oh, black people this, black people that, black. No. Okay? Let the white tea people do the stealing. Trust. We can turn around and say, oh my goodness, why don't you get a job? Why don't you do something with yourself? That's so ghetto. That's so classless. See, some of us have jobs, so we don't have to steal. That way we can say that to them and make them feel low. Okay? So I'm gonna say this again. Do not be at them stores stealing.
Bad behavior has no color. Yeah, you heard me right. Bad behavior has no color, and I am really glad that the whole world is finally getting to see this and finally getting to understand this. For a very long time, the mainstream media and the system being led by white people have been spreading this narrative, this old narrative that bad people only exist amongst the black community. Thieves only exist amongst the black community. All robbers only exist amongst the black community. But currently, things are not the same. Things are not adding up to that old narrative that they have been spreading. The videos I've just shown you, you've seen that right now white people are resorting to breaking into stores and looting and stealing food stuff. You know, just because they cannot succumb to the pressure, just because they cannot keep up to the pressure. And meanwhile, remember, this is pressure that black people have been living with for a very long time. This is pressure that black people have been forced to know how to cope or survive with in America. But right now that the pressure is being applied on them, they do not know what to do. If anything, they are crumbling down. Most of them are resorting to stealing, which is not or should not be the case. Also, in this video, I'll be showing you how black people have decided to cope up with this whole situation. They are not stealing. They are not blaming or playing the blame game. If anything, they are helping each other, and that we will discuss in this video. So without wasting any time, let's get to watch some of the videos that I put together, and then thereafter we will come back and have a discussion about this and debunk the mainstream media spin that has been going on for a very long time. As usual, I am your presenter, Kachina, and without wasting any time, let's watch the videos first and I'll be back.
So just because I don't want to work 20 hours a week, which is crazy. Can you imagine having to work 20 hours a week? So I don't want to work. You take all of my benefits away. The benefits that you have allowed me to use for 13 years with no warning at all. The government has enabled this behavior for 13 years to where I have not had to work a day in my life. 13 years of almost $10,000 a month in government aid. And now, because you signed some stupid bill that says I have to work if I want to get food stamps, and because I don't want to, you take it all away, no warning. How am I supposed to feed my 6 kids? How am I supposed to support my 6 kids? How am I supposed to pay rent? How am I supposed to get my nails done? How am I supposed to go drive down to the corner store when I have no money for gas? And you want me to go get a job, but you don't want to give me gas money? This is how the real world works? At 35 years old, now you decide you want to take it away?
This, ladies and gentlemen, is my embarrassing confession. I grew up with a mother who was a welfare queen, and I've lived in more trailer parks than I can possibly count. Seriously. I had a very horrible childhood, very Charles Dickens childhood. And I was in foster care for 4 years. So we're going to talk about the SNAP benefits because guess what? Your friend here, Naomi, I am the one here to tell you that I know exactly what it's like to be on welfare, to be a child on welfare, to have a mother who is a welfare queen. Back when my mother was alive and we were living that life, she would give me and my sister food stamps, and they came in, actual paper bills back in those days, and we would have to take those down to like a little store and buy something cheap so that they would have to pay us back in change. Then we would take the change to her. She would collect the change. She would give us other food stamps, and we would continue doing that until she had enough of the change money to purchase what was really important to her, which was marijuana and alcohol. So foster care 4 years, and I can say foster care was a lot better than living with my mother. We can't be naive about the people like my mother. People like that do exist, and I'm here to tell you, I have seen it with my own 2 eyes. It is real. And what is really happening with these individuals is they have a slave mentality. Welfare recipients, people who are talking about society's duty to feed their children, people who also think that others have a duty to work and to be forced to give the fruits of their labor to other people. They don't have that duty. They don't have that duty. But welfare breeds a slave mentality. It breeds people who do become dependent and who also evolve a sense of freaking entitlement. When you have to do things on your own, that sense of entitlement kind of goes away. When you really have to work and have to earn it, they think that they're entitled to it, and they don't have a growth mentality. This might be the actual best thing that could have happened for that particular group of people, because consider this, the average body weight of an individual who works is about 160 pounds. We're talking about a female here. The average body weight of a female who is on SNAP benefits is 210 pounds. So maybe the good thing here is that if they're so worried about freaking food, they're going to start digesting their own body fat. And maybe that experience might be enough to tell them that they need to get a goddamn job to pay for themselves and their kids. Okay, but why are you even having children that you cannot afford to take care of? Why? Why would somebody do that? So again, I'm not talking about the people who just need emergency help. I'm not talking about the people who are genuinely innocent. I'm talking about the ones who have the sense of goddamn entitlement. And then all the others, the virtue signalers, the ones who are out there to show us how evolved they are by defending the poor children on the SNAP benefits. Come on, wake up. This is probably one of the best things that could have happened to them. Because now they're not getting those benefits, what are they going to have to do? Yeah, they're going to have to start thinking. And there are many ways of making money that are legal and right. You just have to be a creative thinker and have something called a growth mindset. Yes. And most importantly, understand that no one has a duty to pay your way for anything. Nobody. And everything should be earned. Nothing should be free.
The first white person to receive SNAP benefits was what, 1939, and her name was Maybelle, and she lived in New York. And baby, when black folks tried to get it, they excluded the sharecroppers as well. And then white wholesalers manipulated the program and profited off of it, leaving black folks out to the dust. Now what stopped that shit was the Food Stamp Act of 1964. 64, y'all. My mama was born in 65. So let me get this straight. White people, y'all have benefited off of food stamps longer than any other race in this fucking country. Black folks just got that shit for real in 1964. Hell, we got that before we got our voting rights. And then in the 1980s, y'all got pissed off that we were getting actual help. And y'all started coming up with the trope, the welfare queen, saying black people and black women in particular were using food stamps to get over on the government, leading to increased restrictions and eligibility. Restrictions only harmed low-income people of color, i.e. black folks. As of 2023, 37% of white people in America are on SNAP, 26% are black, and 16% are Hispanic. So who's really living off our shit? Y'all get on my nerves.
I am really proud of how black people are handling this whole situation. Pastors are out there helping their congregation. Farmers are giving out free food amongst black people in the community, and those who are well off are trying to help those who are in need of food at the moment. You know, with the government cutting SNAP benefits and with the government reducing EBT benefits, or cutting them or stopping them or rather freezing them for some individuals. It's quite saddening, and those who are well off in the black community are deciding to help each other, help a brother today, and that's exactly what you're going to see in the following video.
Produce right here, come, get this produce. Let's get your green leafy vegetables in, come on, get your calcium. Come on, get your nutrients. Yeah, we out here today. Hi. Come on in. So the rich people cutting the food stamps and SNAP benefits from the people who ain't got as much as them. So we got to be the cavalry. We are the cavalry. They not coming for us, but we gonna come for y'all. Come on, pull up on us while supplies last. Come on, pull up, get you some food, get you some produce. So yeah, and there's other farmers around the city that are also distributing free food. We got Green Boots over off of Southfield Freeway, right before the Finkel and Grand River exit. We got Ohana Gardens. We got Oakland Avenue. We got Corn Wine Oil. We got so many people. Come on, pull up on us.
All right, check this out, y'all. Pastor Jamal Bryant. I just want to give him a shout out and give him his kudos, and we all need to show him love. He is always looking out for the community, especially the black community, and he decided that he wanted to give back again to the community. Instead of receiving money from the community, he is giving back food to every family that have been impacted and that have been affected with not receiving their food stamps, their EBT, their benefits, things like that. He's giving back. And this is what ministry looks like. He's always doing something for the community. So, y'all, we need to show Pastor Jamal Bryant love, and we need to support him and New Birth because they are always giving back, and he is always advocating for the people. Shout out to you, Pastor Jamal Bryant. Man, you are that guy.
Since March, 300,000 black women have lost their jobs. Knowing that this is the highest unemployment rate for black people in over 15 years. Knowing that government workers and government contractors have been furloughed and have not received a check, even while senators and congresspeople are receiving theirs. Knowing that 43 million people are not receiving food benefits, the Holy Spirit arrested me in prayer. I was on a plane headed to Chicago, and the Lord dropped in my spirit, and I want you to hear the heart of your pastor, that I didn't feel in good conscience or in good faith or in good face that it would be appropriate today for me to do an over and above offering. I didn't feel like it would be right to ask people to march down with 5,000, 2,000, 3,000, and 1,000 when people don't know how they're going to pay their rent. They don't know how they're going to take care of their kids. Don't know how it is that they're going to eat. Y'all ain't saying nothing to me. I know that this ain't popular. I know this ain't going to go viral. They always talk about the negative stuff churches do. But I felt like we had a higher responsibility.
If your food stamps are going to be cut next month because of the government, and you need help with food, I have a list of probably like 15 food banks here that provides good food. When I say good food, I went to these food banks before, and they give out like food from Trader Joe's, food from ShopRite, Fresh Grocer, food from the farmers market. It's not just canned goods. I know a lot of people don't be wanting to go to the food banks because they don't want canned goods. They want fresh fruit and vegetables. These food banks have a bunch of good foods like meats, potatoes. They even have flours. They have so many varieties of things. They even have snacks. Some of them you get snacks from. You get eggs, fresh fruits and vegetables. You get so many things. Anyway, I'm gonna link this. Well, I'm actually just gonna snap a picture of it so you guys can see the dates. These are the locations right here of everywhere, and then these are the addresses, and then this is the dates that you can get this food. I know we are all going to be struggling during this shortage because the food stamps getting cut off. This is going to be something that we all could use, we all could need. So I'm going to post a picture of this so that way if you guys are struggling with food, and then if I see any food banks in Philadelphia area, I'm also going to post that because I'm like right outside of Philly. So that's why I have the county areas food banks, but these food banks do give out good food. Anyway, I love you guys. Bye.
Come to think of it, these are struggles that black people have been going through for a very long time. And there is this old narrative that keeps on insisting that SNAP benefits is only a black problem, or lack of food is only a black problem. But come to think of it, contrary to the numbers or the data that we have today, white people are the most beneficiaries or make up the biggest number of those benefiting from SNAP benefits, which is different from the mainstream narrative that we get to hear all the time. So for a very long time, white people have been trying to spread this narrative, and come to think of it, SNAP was tailor-made for white people. In the 1930s, SNAP was made for white people. During those times, in the 1930s, black people were not allowed to benefit whatsoever from SNAP benefits. They were not allowed to receive SNAP benefits. But at that time, white people were already benefiting from SNAP benefits. So at that time when SNAP was invented, it was tailor-made for white people and not for black people. So how comes this rumor or this narrative of black people are parasites, or black people are lazy and only depend on SNAP benefits? This narrative is being circulated, not just in America, but all over the world. So I think this narrative has to come to an end, because right now we're seeing that black people are used to the pressure and they're coping with the pressure. They're doing fine without those SNAP benefits because they did fine in the 1930s, in the 1940s. 50s, up to 1950, black people are not being allowed to receive SNAP benefits, and they did quite well until that point. So right now, black people are still doing fine without those SNAP benefits, and it's just an indication that even after white people getting that head start, even after white people having a system that has always favored them, it hasn't helped them quite much, because after all that, still they are crying, still they're resorting to stealing. But anyway, those are just my thoughts. Please let me know what your thoughts are about all this in the comment section, and I'd be really glad to read your thoughts. I do reply to all of my comments, and yeah, I'll be replying to yours too. Let's have that conversation going. Let's keep the talk going on. As usual, I am your presenter, Kachina, and if at all you enjoyed the video, then please give it a thumbs up, and also consider supporting the channel by sharing this video and also by subscribing. Thank you.